Hey, what's up guys? Today we're going to try to figure out what's going on with Crusty. I got me a box of stuff here. Here's my cable. Pretty sure that's the cable. That's the cable to hook the laptop to the Holly system. So we can look in there and see what's going on with that. I got a remote starter. So when I'm by myself, I can turn the engine over. Got a new proportioning valve. That's for when you switch to disc brakes, you got to change this to. This is a disc proportioning valve. So once we put the rear end in, we have to do that too. I got a line lock or roll control, whatever you want to call it. So we can do some burnouts. I got me a good flaring tool, because them cheap ones that just clamp together, they suck. So I bought this one. Got a sticker. Woo-hoo. And these are new U-bolts for the rear end. Some new U-bolts for when we put the rear end in. I guess we're gonna put this thing up and see if we can do something in there. I don't know what I'm going to do, because I don't know nothing about it. I have no idea what I'm doing, so. But it's only one way to learn, and that's to do it, so we're going to do it. Alright guys, last time I started this thing, I noticed that it was running really rich. It was like 10 to 1 or something like that. And from what I read, a couple of causes for that is a leak in the exhaust. So I'm gonna go ahead and check and make sure none of my bolts loosened up on my manifold and my connection there. Down there, I'm gonna make sure that's all still tight. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten those up, and then I'll check all my connections, make sure everything's plugged in all the way and good, and ain't nothing rubbing or melted to the exhaust or anything. And then we'll just go from there. If everything checks out, then we'll hook up the laptop and be a tuner. I'll start tuning on it. This is gonna be good. None of that stuff was loose, so. And I checked all my wires back here. Everything's plugged in good. Ain't nothing sitting on the exhaust. One thing I was thinking is maybe one of these cool packs is bad, and maybe it's misfiring and just blowing the fuel out, making the O2 sensor read like it's rich. I don't know, just a thought, but I think I might check all my spark on each one there and see what that is. See if we're getting spark on each one there. I guess before I check the spark, I'm just gonna start it up and see if it magically fixed itself. Really, really rich. This is where my remote starter switch is gonna come in handy. Starter 1000. Yeah, basically this thing, you just hook it on the starter down there. It's got these little alligator clips. And then I can hit this to turn the engine over. And what I'm gonna do is just unhook my fuel injectors so it don't start up, and turn the key on, and then bump this over and check each one of those for spark. There's number 1 plug. You can see it's fouled out. And it smells like gas. So that's nice. So let's see if we get some spark from it. Alright, so I got my fuel injector harness unplugged right there. So in theory, it shouldn't try to run when I start it. So let's turn the key on. Get my starter switch 1000, and then we'll watch it thing. And there was spark. I just knocked my drink over. Daggone it. I don't know if y'all seen that, but it was spark coming from it. So there's spark from that one. So let's do the rest of them. Alright, here's the next one. That one had spark. So far so good. So that one had spark too. So I'm gonna go ahead and just check them all, and I ain't gonna record it. This is pretty much the same thing over and over and over. They all got spark coming from them, so we're gonna hook the laptop to it to see what's in there, because I have no idea. It's gonna be a learning experience. So if y'all want to learn with me, just keep watching and see if I mess it up. Alright, so here's the cord, and it just plugs into where this thing plugs in, which is right here. So I just got to unplug this little thing from there, plug this in, and then it's got a USB on this side that plugs into the laptop, and then we'll go from there. I'm not sure exactly what we got to do. I know I downloaded the Holly software on here, so let's see what we get. Alright, here I am on the Holly Terminator software, and I clicked on the global file. I'm not sure what I'm doing here, but click off that thing, go here. So I'm not sure what to click on here. Let me go back. I wonder if I can click out of here. What's this? Sync with ECU, logging status, gauge panel. So I guess let's try sync with ECU. Maybe I gotta turn this thing on. Let me turn the key on. So yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just looking through this stuff. I'm just gonna keep looking through this stuff and try to get familiar with it a little bit. Just read all this stuff and see what what's what in here. And then we'll go from there. I'll try to figure out something. Alright guys, I didn't really figure out much. I did update my firmware on the handheld device in the computer, and I reprogrammed a new bass tune like you do in the beginning. You go to the wizard and answer all them questions, and it didn't help it any. It still runs the same. But I took a data log here, and I'm not sure what I'm looking at here. But if anybody knows, let me know. But from what I gather, I mean, it tells you up here what each color is, and this straight purple line is my target AFR, air fuel ratio, and the little red one is the actual AFR, where it's trying to stay there, but it's kind of right there. It don't even make it up to the line. But I don't know if that's normal or what, but I know this purple one, it's all over the place, and that's my ignition timing. So I don't know if that's supposed to be like that. But it's, I know I can go over here, click on this very tip here, and it says it was at 8.6 degrees of timing there. And then if I go up to this high peak here, it's at 17.3, so that thing's really moving around there compared to the rest of the stuff. I do think that timing probably shouldn't be jumping around that much. I would think, because this is just at idle. I didn't hit the gas or anything, it was just idling. I wouldn't think the timing should jump around that much. But yeah, I don't know. So I really didn't figure out nothing at all, but I guess I'll just have to email Highly support and see if they can help me to understand what I'm doing. This is a learning process, and I'm trying to learn, so that's what we got. So I guess I'm gonna have to email them and see what they say before I start just buying stuff, sensors. I'm hoping it's a sensor, not the computer messed up, but I guess we'll see. But yeah, that's what I got. I guess that's it for this one. Till next time. See you.